Projectile Dysfunction, Season 2, Episode 9.
Episode 9?
Episode 9, yeah. We've been gone a while. Normally, we've been so like efficient with just getting everything out on a weekly, but, you know, it's unprecedented times.
It's unprecedented times.
It's unprecedented times at the moment. And we
life
apologise.
Hit us like a bloody truck, mate.
What was the reason? We were going to, basically, I went away.
Yeah, basically you fucked off.
I went away on 2 holidays, which, yeah, was you go on holiday, and we were going to do like 4 podcasts in a week and just get them all done, but we were just like, what's the point of talking about things and then 4 weeks ago?
Yeah. So we thought might as well just, it's not like we actively took a break, we just kind of didn't do it.
We didn't do, well, we did, it just happened, didn't it?
Yeah, life happens. But we're back, and that's what matters. So it's unprecedented times. And Evan, what have you been up to since the last episode 4 weeks ago?
No, is it 4 weeks? 3 weeks, isn't it?
We recorded it 4 weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, I've been on holiday, obviously. Went to Portugal. Imagine, so we booked it 4 months ago. So the government let you go there for 3 week quarantine. Well, 3 weeks without quarantine. They closed it. I fit a 2 week holiday perfectly inside there. But Portugal's paying. All it is just like fucking chocolate milk, super box.
What?
Yeah, everyone drinks like
chocolate milk.
Have you been in Portugal?
When I was like 12.
Yeah,
or something.
Portugal have like in all the shops they have this like thing called like Later. It's like chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Peng.
Oh, you bring any back?
It's like in glass bowls.
So
something like that. Bare peri chicken.
Wasn't there a TikTok I saw of you in Portugal?
Oh, yeah.
Munching.
Well, there's this thing on TikTok. If you don't have TikTok, so lots of it, it's not just dance videos. They do like lots of memes. And one of the videos is like what someone in your family eats a day. So it has like this silly like Mario theme tune over it. That's like 9 o'clock, has breakfast. But my sister was like, right, we're going to do it. So I was like, right, fuck this. I'm going to eat fucking...
Yeah, you wanted to prove yourself.
Fuckload of food. And it follows all your drinking. So like 11, like, had like cereal, had like double breakfast, started drinking at 11.
It's quite vulgar, that video.
Had like 3 glasses of rosé, was just snacking, fat lunch. But then my sister, when we went out for dinner... We made it look, so we got like a garlic bread for like the whole people. I put it in front of me, so like, I was having a whole garlic bread.
Nothing is what it seems on the internet.
And then I had like a bottle of wine next to me. I had like 2 glasses of wine or something, and then a banoffee pie that we shared. But my sister just didn't film dinner. She didn't bring a camera.
Oh, so you looked like a bit of a loser.
Yeah, but the video still got like 100. It's on like 90,000 views now or something.
Whoa! What are the comments saying?
Who's
this sexy cunt?
Yeah,
or is it just like fat free?
No. One of them's like, oh, your brother drinks so much.
Oh, has he got an issue?
Oh, your brother's so good looking. No one says that. No one says that. I made that up.
Those are 14-year-old girls.
Let me find it. 87.2 thousand. Oh, that's the annoying thing, Jane. What do they say? Yo, he drinks so much. One of the comments, does that mean no pod episode this week?
What? What? Who is this? Who's that from?
No, it's sister's friend. Who watches the show.
Oh no! I thought we had just like a crazy fan.
One of them, is he on a diet?
Oh.
Yo, your bro eats so much, man. Fuck off.
Wow. So you got a little bit of viral fame.
Yeah. So
why didn't you monopolise that onto the pod?
I actually got my sister to put a link to the pod underneath the video.
Oh, maybe we've got
but she didn't like say anything about it. She just put like a fucking little link. So I don't think we got any play.
We'll see. So Portugal was
banging, but then obviously it's just lay down, chill for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
And then so at the end of it, so one of our good friends, Ben, has been raising money for this charity, cancer charity, and he's been cycling 1,000 miles from Land's End to John O'Groats. And we basically decided like 3 weeks ago, me, the cameraman. James, sorry. We're going to go and see him at the finish line, John O'Groats.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're like, this is like, he's doing an amazing thing here. Raised like over £7,000.
Fuck.
But cycling 1,000 miles.
I don't understand how.
I literally can't cycle that well.
Mate, I can't cycle.
I just haven't really cycled. Like, everyone take the piss at me at uni, but I was like, my brother broke his collarbone like, a couple of years ago. I was like, fuck that. Like,
it's
I'd rather just pay the money.
Yeah,
like, fuck
I'd rather
it,
get an Uber than
and just broke my arm or something. And also, you know when someone turns up cycling, they stink.
And it's a bit like,
they stink because like they wear that stupid helmet.
Yeah. And then they've got a fat bike with them.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, can we go here? Oh, I can't go in the shop. I've got to stand my bike. And you just cunt outside a bike.
Yeah.
Fuck you, who buys a bike, okay?
You drive, don't you?
I drive.
What's your opinion on cyclists?
Fuck them.
You think?
Things I don't really like I don't drive that much because most time I go out I'm drinking. But yeah when
sometimes you drink and drive.
Just stressful cyclists as well, and they're so self-righteous as well.
Yeah.
But I'm still think the same with drives, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm quite careful when I'm driving, but it's just stressful whenever you take a left turn. You're like looking for someone, like boom.
Yeah. Remember when there was that era of like every advert would be like just a cyclist getting hit by a car? Do you remember that?
Oh, what
when
was
it would just
that?
be like, look out.
It was like that. I remember that advert so clearly. And then the other one is like, don't record movies or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, epic.
Do you want to watch films in this quality?
That was like the best time of life. Like early 2000s with that advert.
What with that advert? Remember how loud that advert used to be?
Mate, it was incredible. It was a time in our lives.
But yeah, anyway, so we went to this place in Scotland called Wick, which is like the top of it's the end of the world. Yeah. Like you're pretty much next to...
James, can we have some help here?
Antarctica or the
Orkneys.
You're basically in the bottom of the Titanic when you go to the Highlands. So like in the middle of nowhere. We got there and we go to this place called Wick and we're like, oh yeah, we'll go and we'll have like a nice little... We're seeing Ben the next day and on Friday we'll go out, we'll go pub and have a nice meal or whatever. So we get there, we're like, oh maybe we'll go for like a little Italian. Someone's like, maybe we'll get a little Indian.
Oh,
maybe there's a bit of food.
Bit of a boys thing,
So we drive around, we're like, oh, there's not many places open. Only place open to get food at 8 o'clock.
In the evening.
Wetherspoons. So we fly up fucking Inverness. And first time, which was quite fun. End up having haggis. I end up being sick. Sick in Wick. Which was like so tragic because I was like, we went Wetherspoons, it was like 11:30 and the pub closed. Still outside being sick. I was like, so depressing. Just
23, mate.
23. It's just, the thing is, it's like, it's not even because I was drunk. It's just like, as we went, I just thought I had a full pint of Stella, downed it, and then I was like, oh, I wish I'd down it. I was so bloated, like my stomach, like, I just eaten a whole I'd eaten haggis with like mashed potato and sweet, which comes big bottles of peng. Yeah. But eating whole, my stomach was like, I was like pregnant, and it just blew out of me. And
you churn a lot, mate.
No, I don't. I have honestly.
When you were younger,
when I was younger, I used to just mad gag reflex. Like, I'd have a toke of a cigarette, like, when we go and mate Harry's, and I'd have like 2 cans of Stella and just walk out and just be sick and be like, I'm fine, like, I'm carrying drinking. It's just like
just came out.
I just suddenly would take like a weird toke of a beer. Sip of a beer.
Talking
of beers, boys.
Just had a couple tokes, man.
But yeah, so we went, and obviously the main thing that we went to was see Ben over the finish line.
Yeah.
So we go to this place and like we check Ben. We got him on the WhatsApp.
Find my friends.
Find my friends thing. So we like to see him. He's like, oh, he's miles away. So we're like sat there. We're sat on this man. We're taking bear. Like we're literally stunting on top of this.
Yeah,
rock
I saw a big
like,
photo shoot.
We're literally taking photo shoots. Just like, oh, so we have a beer here, just like chilling. And then we're like checking. It was like, oh, Ben's got really close. It was like, Ben's ahead of us. It was like, fuck, we've come all the way to Scotland to see Ben over the finish line. Like, how the fuck? So like, we like leg it to the car. We're 25-minute drive away. And the WhatsApp thing's just not updating with where Ben is. We're like, fuck. My friend, our Spanish friend, is literally like, he's driving and he's literally going 80 plus miles per hour down these roads, literally begging to get there. We're all of us stressed out like, how the fuck have we come all the way up to Scotland, see him over the finish line after these cycle 1,000 miles, and we might miss him here. My mate Pablo suddenly goes really quiet, and we actually actually, no, I'll come back to that. And we keep going. And we get there and we're like zooming along.
Wait, what was that?
We're stuck behind it. I'll come back to it. We're stuck behind a tractor. We're zooming along. And we're like, literally, I'm literally covered in sweat. So I'm like, we fucked this. It's going to be so embarrassing. Get there. Ben's just there. We've just missed him getting into John O'Groats.
So he beat you on a bike?
Ben beat us on a bike. When our job was to see him over the finish line, we came late to Ben finishing 1,000
But
miles
you got
cycle.
to Scotland like hours before, or the
Mate,
day
before,
and you missed it.
And we missed and get it. But it was almost funny because Ben was like, "It's classic us, and it's
that is
losers."
Fucking
yeah, but anyway, the story about our Spanish friend was like when he like turns up, and we got really fucked up later, like disgustingly fucked up.
I've heard.
And our Spanish friends, when he's off his nut, it's like, oh, you know when we're like driving along.
Off his what?
Off his nut. Okay.
When
we're like driving along.
Wait, was he off his nut driving?
God, when we were off on that later talking about this stressful drive.
Oh, okay.
He's like, oh, driving that fast started to make me feel really horny. And I was looking at him and I was like, mate, I was there like, there's some things you just keep to yourself in this life.
You keep that deep in your head.
You keep that to yourself. Didn't he, James? This is not a lie.
Well, he just came out of nowhere.
He was just sat there fucked off his nuts.
Specifically 80 miles an hour.
He was like, yeah, when we started going 8 miles per hour, it just started to make me feel a bit like horny. I was like, I've driven 8 miles per hour.
That makes me feel sick.
Yeah, because I was like really angry in the back of this car because I said to this Spanish guy as well. This Spanish guy.
Yeah.
When we were like when we were going to place, it's like if we're fucking late for him, this is on you because I don't think we should go to see these fucking sites now because we don't actually have that long.
Yeah.
And he was like, mate, it's literally fine. And then afterwards we had a massive argument because I was like, this is on you. He was like, you can't blame this all on me. You can't blame this all on me. I didn't realise at this time he just had a raging boner at the idea of going 8 miles per hour.
Mate, that makes you a bit sick.
Yeah.
The fact he was like super horny in the car next to you.
Yeah, and then the next night, or that night, we're like, oh, where should we go? It's like, well, there's only one place to go.
Wetherspoons.
Back in Spoons. But he did the...
Was it a good spoon?
Yeah, well, no, it was quite a nice Spoons.
Great pub experience. So
interesting.
Yeah, and then Ben put up his number, Spoons, you put a pin out.
Yeah.
Got sent like 80 plus drinks, maybe more, maybe like over 100 drinks. Got sent probably like 40 Guinnesses. So I just was in Spoons like 4 hours, we were with like 6 of us. No one bought us money. Literally just battered by the end.
That sounds fucking sick.
And then went back.
Have you ever bought anyone a drink over that?
No, I've sent some weird stuff.
I've never. I don't know how people have the effort.
I think I've sent our small friend who loves. He's a Hobbit.
Oh, the Hobbit mate. We have
the Hobbit mate. I've sent him like every time he's done like coleslaw or baked beans or something.
Oh, I would quite like that to be fair. Coleslaw and baked beans bangs together.
I think coleslaw and barbecue sauce. Is that a combo?
I mean, it would go well. It would go well.
Yeah, so
you basically and then you just got fucked up the rest of the time.
Yeah, like got disgustingly fucked up to the point where I literally thought I lost my mind.
Talk me through that experience.
Well,
you don't have to go into details.
Don't go into detail.
So you were having a party.
We were having a party, which basically just involved us just sat around in the living room.
Yeah. I heard that it was like a granny's house a little bit.
It was like a granny's house in the middle of Wick with like these 8 guys from London just like sat around a table watching like we watched like 6 films back to back, which stopped at like 10 a.m. in the morning. We had to leave at 11. Most of us just didn't sleep. Our driver went and got like a few hours sleep, but like there was a point when we went upstairs and he was just lying on the floor and was like, can't sleep, man, can't sleep. And he was like, he'd like given up trying to get into the bed and was like, yeah, I think I've got a new plan. I was like, what? I'm just going to sleep on the floor. I was looking at him, I was like, probably get in the bed. Like, it's probably going to be more comfy. Came back half an hour later, just falling asleep on the floor. So, obviously, was a plan.
Fuck it. James, do you remember when we went to stay in Manchester Uni and you didn't have any bedding?
I slept on the towel and used the towel.
Yeah, James used we were on like those floors that are proper dusty like carpet. Yeah. So James, it was like 5 in the morning. James didn't bring any sleeping shit. So he slept on a towel, which is nothing. And then as a blanket, he used a flannel. It was honestly the size...
Underneath the desk as well.
Yeah.
I think everyone's got those horrible moments when you're younger and you're drunk. You know those ones where you're like just... I remember a couple of times just sleeping on the floor, just put a jacket over me.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake, what am I doing
Once
here?
I slept on like a chaise lounge. You know those sofas that are like...
Yeah,
they're like those French sofas, but the actual sofa is like it's like more like a stool than a sofa.
Do you remember that guy's party we used to go to all the time?
Yeah,
that we used to go to in the countryside. Like me and Dan, it's right. We probably spoke about it before. Me and Dan used to go to these parties. So we'd just be me and Dan sat in the corner having like cig breaks. Like, every time. Chat to like the same people we always chatted to. Never chat to anyone new when we were there.
Maybe get like a 10-second chirp.
But you there that one time we stayed over in that big bed in the round bed.
I never stayed over.
So I stayed over one time. It was just like
you trying to get laid?
No. I was just like, I don't know why I stayed. But I don't think you were there that time.
No, I wasn't, yeah.
And I was just lying on this bed. And then I was like, got woken up, yeah. And this guy who I haven't seen for years, who used to go to school with.
What?
He like put fucking a whole thing of... I was like, obviously sleeping with my mouth open. Poured a whole thing of strawberry lube in my mouth. So when I woke up, I was like... Oh, it's gammy, mate.
Wait, who was it? Don't just tell me after. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, like put a whole thing. So it was on Thing is, the strawberry Lutte's pain tastes like Haribo's. But I just remember being like, what the fuck is going on?
Mate, I would hate someone to fucking do that. When people do those pranks, I'm like, oh.
I hate us all. I was so young, I was like 14 as well. I don't know who the fuck had lube at 14.
You weren't 14, mate. You were like 16.
I was like 12.
Actually, no, we were like 14. You're right.
Must be like 15. 15. Yeah, but still, like... Oh,
yeah, it's a bit disturbing.
15.
Maybe they were just
You
players.
probably did.
No, I didn't.
Mate, you in your pockets back in the day, you'd have one pocket full of like films that were illegal in the UK.
Yeah.
The other pocket full of condoms, just in
Yep.
case you might have a cheeky wang. Then you had your butt plug in your ass at any moment.
In school, just sat down with a butt plug in my
When I was
arse.
listening back to the last podcast, you just said that you would quite like to have a butt plug in at all times.
What?
And I said I'd rather have a small willy. And you're
Oh!
like, no, I'd rather have a big dick.
Oh, right, yeah. That was a would you rather. I thought, right, that fucking confused me. And I was like, was I drunk or something? No, I wouldn't like a butt plug. I don't like. Actually, that brings me on to. That actually really leads on to the nice story. A story.
And is it?
It's
what
not.
you-
To do
well,
with
from
butt-
what I've been told, this is not a nice story.
So when this happened, I was debating it. I was telling like people like, I'm not gonna like. I mate Lou. I was like, I'm not gonna say on the pod. I'm not even gonna tell Evan about it because it's so fucking horrific. But then I was struggling to think of other things to say, so I'm gonna have to say it. But I'm gonna leave out, even though it's probably the best bit. I can't.
I think you should say the best bit.
No, I can't go on record. And
I think you
say
should
it.
say it, and then if it's too bad, but edit it out.
No, because no, I'm not gonna have it recorded. It's not even like it's not illegal.
Just
or
fucking
bad.
say it.
All right,
Just fucking
so,
say it.
About 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
I was having bad. I hadn't pooed in a few days.
You had what's it called?
Constipation.
Yeah.
So I hadn't pooed in a few days, and I was like, "Oh, it's not a big deal. Like, it will happen when it happens." So I'm walking around Westfield, and I'm like, "Oh fuck!" I genuinely haven't pooed in about 6 days, I'd say. I was like, "Oh fuck!" I'm gonna have to. And then I had a gourmet burger kitchen.
Westfield's a big shopping centre, like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
massive shopping centre.
And I was walking around, and I was like, "Fuck! I'm gonna do I need a shit." So I went to the toilet, and I like sat down. And you ever sat down and be like, "Oh, this shit is gonna take a while." You ever had that? So I sat down and I like farted. I was like, "Nah, I don't have time to do this. I don't have time." Because I didn't have 4G. I ran out of 4G.
Oh, you're in the shopping centre. So
Yeah,
you're in
yeah. I'm in
and
Westfield.
whenever you go to those sort of toilets, it is really uncomfortable. There are few places I feel comfortable in.
Yeah. And I sat down and I farted. I was like, "No, I'm not doing it here. I'm not doing it here." So me and Liv walked back to the car, and I'm like, "I need to get fucking laxatives. That I need to, because like my stomach's starting to really hurt and nothing's coming out." So we go to Boots, and we buy. No. We get back to Ealing, and I quickly run into the pharmacist, buy like lactulose, which is like the purest laxative ever. It's like just this like syrup that you drink, and it just like flushes your stomach out.
Is it like the? Oh, sorry, you carry on. Sorry.
Is it like what?
No, carry on.
And so I get home, and I'm like, I need a shit so much, I'm like sweating. I'm like, fuck. So I get this, even though this laxative is meant to take like, you're supposed to take it like before you sleep, and then you'll poo in the morning. But I'm like, I'm gonna just have to drink it now. So I start like chugging. You're supposed to have one cap of it, yeah. And I just chug like half the bottle. The bottle's like the size of like a beer can. I'm like, fuck. And so I sit on the toilet. And
what, in Westfield?
No. I'm home now. I'm home now. But in Westfield, I was realised when it got bad.
I'm just picturing like going to a shopping centre and then chugging laxatives.
No, I wouldn't. I'm not that brave.
That would be lethal.
And then so I'm sat on the toilet and I start pooing. I'm like, fuck. It's coming, but it's not coming out. So I'm sat there like, right, I've been constipated before. I'm just gonna sit on the toilet for like half an hour, and I'm sure it will come out. Half an hour goes by. Like, I look in the bowl, there's nothing. I'm like, right, okay. Another half an hour goes by. I'm like, I've started to sweat now, and I've been pushing like, and nothing's happening. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, and so I put a podcast on, yeah. I start watching it. Oh.
Carry on, yeah.
And I'm like, I lose track of time, and it's been another half an hour, and nothing still hasn't come out. So I'm like, you know what? It's not coming out. I'm just gonna have to be in a bit of pain until it does come out. So I stand up, but what's happened is what's a nice word for poo? The matter? No, not matter.
Defecation.
I'll just say poo. No, the shit. So I stand up, and somehow the poo has gone far down, so it's about to come out, but it's not coming out. But I can't get it back up. You know when you like re-squeeze it up. Okay, whatever. And I stand up, but I can't stand up straight because the thing has somehow lodged itself.
Wait, you sat on the toilet still?
No, I've tried to stand up from being on the toilet.
Okay, so why don't you sit back down?
So listen, so I've stood up like this, and I get to this point, and I can't bend my back.
So Dan's like Dan's like stood up. He's like
so I'm like
hunchback of Notre Dame.
And I'm trying to lean my back up, but this shit is so hard. It's like someone's put a rod in me, and I can't bend my back up. I'm like, oh fuck. So I can't stand up, so I have to sit down again. I'm like, I'm just gonna have to push. I'm gonna have to really fucking push, yeah. So I start pushing as hard as I can, and I pass out.
What?
And I like wake up.
What?
I like black out, and then I wake up, and I'm like drenched in sweat from head to toe. Like, oh fuck. And I like try and stand up again, and I can stand up even less. And I'm there like I'm like about to cry. I'm like, oh my! I've been on toilet for 2 hours. 2 hours I've been on toilet, and nothing's come out. But it's out to the point, and I'm like,
They've not been like Danny.
Yeah,
right?
she's like, you're right. I'm like, oh, I'm like sweating. I'm like, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. And I'm on the suite.
How hard were you pushing for you to pass out?
Bro, it'd been 2 hours and it hadn't come out. I had to just be like, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah! You must have fucked yourself.
And I was like completely naked. You know when you like strip off when you're in the toilet?
Yeah. So what happened?
So I'm there, and it's been about like 2.5 hours now.
You're the grim guy.
And okay, I'm not. I can't say what happened there.
What do you mean?
But okay,
that's it. That's bullshit. Then you can't just end it like that.
So basically, then I was like in my head like I'm gonna have to get an ambulance. I'm gonna have to go to hospital.
Wait, so what?
So I can't stand up, and I keep passing out every time I sit down. So I don't know what to do.
Every time you sit down, you pass
every time
out.
I try and squeeze, it's like my body's like contorting. Like
it's like because you've like ripped it. Like.
Yeah, right. And so I'm like, I'm gonna have to go to hospital, but I can't stand up, so I can't go to hospital.
Liv's gonna have to carry you.
But I can't stand up, so I'm like,
roll you.
So I'm like, the only way was if an ambulance came here. But then I was like, well, okay, that's not. I'm not calling an ambulance, being like, I can't shit. Like I've got shit stuck in my ass or something like that. So then I start panicking. I'm having like a panic attack. I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like sweating. Like, oh no. And then I just get this like overwhelming courage wash through me, and let's just say I went a bit DIY on it. And I'm not gonna go into details, but it got pretty gnarly. But it came out. But I'm gonna leave up to your imagination what happened.
Oh, what?
It got pretty gnarly.
James, did you know about this?
After this,
the other day. That is absolutely
after the pod.
DIY.
After
Did you
the
get a blooming hammer out?
No. There was no tools used.
There was no tools used.
Only the one nature provides.
Oh yeah, you shoved your hand up your arse.
No. I'll tell you after the pod.
Oh
the story.
man.
And then.
So
then something happened, which was a pretty gross. I'm not going to tell the story. And then I finally, like 4 hours later, being on this loo, I come out and I'm like, oh, I've lost like loads of blood. I'm like there, like pale as fuck.
You're bleeding. Why are you bleeding?
Yeah, I'm bleeding. I've got blood like dripping out. That's a detail I forgot to mention. It was fucked, mate. And then I like come out and I've like, it's like genuinely one of the most traumatic experiences I've had. Like up there with like a bad acid trip. Like I was there like cold and shaky for like the next like 2 hours.
Must be all the ketamine you've taken over the years.
Yeah, because I definitely love ket. And then I go to sleep and I forgot that I've chugged half the bottle of fucking laxatives. So I like wake up at like 4 a.m. and my stomach's going like.
Like you rumble it.
I'm like, oh fuck. So I run to the toilet and I like whatever. And then I go back to bed. And this happens like 3 times in the night. I'm like, oh. And then Liv gets up for work. She goes in the toilet and she's like, damn, what's all this on the walls? And I'm like, what? So I go into the bathroom and there's shit all over the fucking walls. Above my head, above the head, on the mirror, everywhere. On the floor, on the walls, on the side of the sink, in the sink, on the mirror, next to the shower.
How?
There's shit on the toilet seat, on the lid.
How?
Bro, I don't know. it was explosive.
It must have come upwards when you shut down.
Well, I must have just been like...
You must have been leaning down and gone up. Oh, mate, that is absolutely... How did Liv not break up with you?
I don't know. She's very supportive girlfriend.
Was she? What did she say when you said that? Was she like...
She was just cracking up. Like,
she's not like, that is grip. She still used the bathroom. She'd go downstairs.
Yeah. No, I washed... When she went to work that day, I spent like an hour washing it with bleach. And we actually found some yesterday in a place I haven't found. I was like, oh, fuck. She was like, I think there's still shit in the walls.
Oh, mate. That's traumatic. How's your stomach now?
It's fine now. Oh, so that's bringing me on to... I've had a lifestyle change after that. I think I was eating like a fucking pig.
Well, we know the lifestyle changes you really need, mate.
So I have had
You can talk about lifestyle changes, mate.
So
I thought we got that fixed and we sent you away.
Well, that's where I've been for the past month.
Well, yeah.
All we've said up to now...
This is all because of the fucking holiday. We all know what it really is. Dan's been in rehab again.
That story you did on the fucking pod made me fucking crease.
Which one?
I was so I was just flicking through my Instagram. It was like, Dan's been readmitted. I was like, didn't someone like reply to it? Like, is this for real? And then they like saw like, oh, don't worry, I've seen this song. Did you see that DM? Someone thought I actually went to...
Oh, no, someone thought the song was like one of your songs.
Oh, yeah, someone thought it was my song.
The song was like some Droke techno song.
Yeah.
Heroin kills, stay away from pills.
Yeah, he was like, I thought it was a Gross Boy song. But
talking about Gross Boy songs.
Well, let me just get onto it, and then we'll get onto that.
Well, it's not another shitting story.
No. I'm saying I've had a lifestyle change, so I'm vegetarian again.
Okay.
And I haven't had coffee in 2 weeks. And, yeah. So basically, I'm back on the health shit, bro. I'm back on my health. Because that was so traumatic. I was like, my insides, there's something wrong going on here. So I'm going to try and cleanse it of all the demons.
There's two things you need to cut out on.
Yeah.
Drugs and tuna mayo.
I haven't had tuna mayo in...
Liar.
Oh, there was actually a bad tuna mayo story.
Oh, Jesus.
So, went to Bournemouth like 2 weeks ago, and Liv's got a brand new car.
What do you do there? Just loads of drugs?
No, just like chill, bro. By the beach, innit?
Loads of drugs.
Actually filmed a little video there, so... and then, so we're driving, and Liv's got a brand new car. It's mint condition car,
Oh, did she get a new Rari?
Yeah, new Rari. And then... We went to... It was like...
What is that actually?
It's just like another like hatchback thing.
Fiat 500.
No.
Nah, Liv's not really a Fiat 500.
She wouldn't be calling one. Back. Right, so we had a little break there. So yeah, but what was I saying?
We were talking about your new singles. Because you talked about your lifestyle.
I was talking about a tuna story.
Oh yeah.
Basically, the short story is, I bought a tuna baguette from a gas station at like 2 a.m.
But do you mean like a gas station which has like a nice bit on?
No, like when it's like...
Or do you mean like...
When they sell like phone cases and like...
Like, do you mean like a filthy sandwich? You look at it and you're like the newsagent ones?
Like a kind of a newsagent
one.
What?
And you bought one of those?
And it was...
I've never met anyone who bought. Why would you...
Because there was no other food in the gas... in the
Not even like
station.
crisps?
They were crisps. I bought like a little meal deal thing. But there was there was a chicken sandwich for £6.
What colour was it? Like what? Was it Shell? Was it like
it was
a
just
little...
on the motorway. It was just like... The actual McDonald's and all those things had shut. It was just a little shop.
Whoa.
And it was like reduced from £6 to £1. And I bought it, and the stink was phenomenal. But I just thought I'd get it in there because that was actually
It's not even a story.
It's not a story, but it's something.
My name's Dan. I bought a stinky sandwich the other day. Cheers, Dan.
Well, you brought up tuna mayo.
Yeah,
so.
And you brought up and then followed it through with I bought a stinky tuna mayo sandwich the other day.
Yeah, well, I just thought you want to know that.
Stinking up the pod.
Yeah, no, I did. I stank it up, but I haven't touched the wretched thing since.
Right. So how has life changed the last few days? You've become a rapper again.
I'm back into it.
How's it going? How's the response been?
Very good, mate.
Has it?
Yeah. Oh, the
Surprised
stats.
You? Happy with it? Or...
Very happy, very. The stats going crazy, bro.
What's the projection? What we planning?
If you're listening, go listen to my music.
So Dan's released 2 tunes.
Forever
and Always, which is more... How would you explain that tune?
More poppy, happy poppy.
No, I'd say Bunny's really poppy.
Not pop punky.
Yeah.
Kind of just
what
like...
What are you talking about in that tune? You're talking about...
Just a nice little love song, mate.
Nice little love song.
And then there's Bunny, which is a bit of a sadder, more chilled out pop vibe.
I actually asked you what you mean by Bunny, and you explained it quite well.
Yeah, it's very... I mean, you know, Evan, I want the listener to really divulge it themselves. Do you know what I mean? Get into their kind
Basically, it's about drugs, because Dan loves drugs.
No, Not really, actually. You kind of mistaken it there. But it's really it's up for your interpretation.
But yeah, and when's the EP coming out?
1st of October.
How long is that?
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
No, a week. A week and a half.
A week and a half. The latest EP, and I think that's best place to finish on.
Are you fucking joking? I thought we could talk about more shit.
Oh, I thought you said we got one more thing to do.
No, one more take, as in like this is the final. We're not going to stop recording.
That's what I said to you because I was like, I'm quite enjoying this.
Yeah, no. I'm not stopping, bro. We've only been going for 30 minutes now. No, you got it confused, bro.
Okay, talk to me. So, say if like Ghost Boy thing really pops off, and like, what would be your main things that you really want to do? Like, you see other rappers that obviously you look up to, whatever, but you like see they get famous. Because I think the first 6 months will be sick. Like, first 6 months, everything's brand new, everything's fresh.
Yeah.
And then it will become a bit harder, and then you have to cut people off, and then you have to, because you can't just bring everyone along for like the whole of your life.
Yeah.
But I think, like, what do you think about it? Like, what would be your anticipation if you had one song which really popped off? Ooh. And you could do like something, you go on tour and stuff for like a year.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's going to be happening.
I'm just
COVID.
saying.
No, not, but as in like, I don't think any.
No, I'm just
but that's
saying,
what thing that's
you
weird.
must think about it because you must dream. Everyone dreams. Like.
I don't really have any like.
There's no like one thing that you really want to do if you become like. If it popped off.
Probably the thing that would be like, the best bit about it would be like, imagine if you made a song with someone who you liked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How sick would that be? Like, fuck.
Or just like.
Or like meeting someone who like you think is sick.
But I don't think the meeting people sing will just never live up to what you want it to be.
Yeah, because everyone's just like a standard person anyway.
One who I always think looked actually sick to meet is Post Malone. I think he's the jokest guy and makes time for everyone.
Yeah, Post Malone is fucking legend, man.
Yeah,
What's he up to nowadays?
What, Post Malone?
Yeah,
just chilling. He always plays COD.
Oh, does he?
Streams it, yeah.
Does he?
Yeah, he streams COD, yeah. He did that weird thing during lockdown where he did like a Nirvana show, just doing covers, Nirvana.
He's always done for
like half an hour.
He loves it, man. He loves it. But what was I gonna ask? So, COVID, mate.
COVID.
So
today's actually the
pod's back, and so is COVID. So we're coming to save you all.
Are we?
Mate, people are gonna be like, no,
but the pod's
and then
back.
they'll be like, oh, the pod's back for 2 more episodes.
Yeah, the thing is, the COVID thing, I think it's gonna fuck Christmas. Who fucking cares anymore? The idea of having to go back to the parks now, though, after like being in a pub so long.
I don't think I've been to a pub yet.
Well, have you not been out? Yeah, but you've been to restaurants and stuff. But you can't go to restaurants anymore and shit.
Fuck. It's gonna be so. Oh, fuck. It's actually when I heard that tale, I was like, fuck me. Like, I don't want that to happen. I'd rather just like they just let it run.
Yeah, what I'm so lucky is that I'm not at uni. Like my little sister's gone back to uni, but she says that they're not really so on it at the moment. The 6-person thing, like she'd be going to like, I think the illegal rave stuff going to become a big thing. Now, imagine we had to do that. Thing is, you'd be fine because you could just sit in your room.
Illegal rave.
Yeah, that's what the thing's going to pop up. I think if this continues going, there'll be like the legal raves might come back in.
Yeah,
which I would quite like.
Well, you think so if there was a rave going on, like, oh, this is the address in this warehouse it's funny in Bolton.
Like, one of the biggest things when I was younger, which we've just never touched on the pod, is I used to go.
Raves.
Well, our whole friendship group used to go to illegal squat raves.
Yeah.
All the time, from like the age of like 15 to 17 or 18 when they got stopped.
17, yeah.
Yeah. Which, like, if you're not from London, it's basically like this. It basically like changed how everyone dressed, how like it was like a proper like cultural thing that came in.
Yeah.
And when we were like 15, I remember. Oh, I'll just tell you why I can't, because it was almost a whole episode to go to. But I remember this first story. So you go to these things, and we found out about it from my mate Ben actually, but just for a person at school. His school was like, just come to these things, whatever. And at 10 o'clock, you go to a Facebook thing and you text this number, and it texts you with this other number. It was like, call this number at 10 o'clock. And everyone used to go to Victoria, and Victoria would be like the maddest place because it would be like, there'd be like hundreds of people, these like 16-year-old kids, everyone like smoking in the thing, like in the middle of the thing. Police can't do anything because there's literally like 1,000 kids, like all of them like looking for, like just being idiots.
Yeah.
But I remember so clearly going to this rave and you're going in, everyone, you get off your nut when you're in there, like you get on it. Because it's all night. And this one was just in a forest. And I walk in, I was literally shit scared. Like,
Yeah,
as
it's when you go to your first
I was
one.
walking in, just walked past the police, but they couldn't shut down. So police had to just let us go in.
Yeah.
And I was like 16, 15, just taking whatever. I was like literally off my face. And walk in, and I just the first thing I see when I walk in. So first you walk in, they have these big security guards who are like ex-army, literally don't take any shit. Like, they will just beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Because there's no one to police them. They're literally
Law of their own.
Law of their own.
Yeah.
So they let you in, pay £10 entry, walk in. You just go to these, like, middle of a forest. There's like 3 different little stages, sort of like a festival. And the first thing I see, I look to my right, it's just this like woman getting with this man on the floor, like really aggressively, and then just like starts giving him head in the middle of the rave. And I was literally like, it was the point where, like, going out, where, like, if you weren't home at 12, it was fucked. It was like 1 in the morning. I was like, this is fucking mental.
Yeah.
And then we just stayed in. We didn't realise there were loads of different places we could go. We thought there was just one stage. So me, Ben, and my other friend just stayed at the psytrance stage. And if you don't know what psytrance is, it's literally just oosh, 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 all night, one beat, pretty much. Or then it goes slower and then it just comes back. We were off and up, we didn't care. 7 hours straight, we just had psytrance with our shirts off. Like,
the shirts off was dancing. A classic.
But that was the only time I took the shirt off.
I think that's the only night out I've ever taken my shirt off.
What, at a rave?
At a rave. I don't think it's at a festival, I guess you can, but even then it's a bit like...
But it was like, the weird thing with these raves is like, it became such a big thing. Cause like all week I would think about, like, how can I raise the money to get stuff, to get the money to get in, like
stealing.
No, I wasn't even stealing. It was like just doing little things, or like not eating lunch all week. Or just when I was at home, like just taking like a packet of crisps or something for lunch, I was like, I'll just eat that. Yeah. So then during the week, I have like £3 a day for the meal deal.
Yeah.
So by the end of the week, I'd have like 15 quid.
Yeah.
And then I have like £10 for my pocket money a week, so it'd be 25 quid. Then if I can like add a couple, like all week was that. Yeah. I remember like there would be times where like people would like go through all the pennies in their jars and like go to Metro Bank and pour them out to get all their money out. But it was like
you were a nut for it though. I only went to one and it was the most fucking disturbing thing ever.
There was
so many things I saw that I was like, this is like the worst of humanity.
Because you go to these places and it would either be in like a forest or be in like a warehouse basically. But there'd be like, it'd be sick because the music would be mad. It'd be playing like I love drum and bass. It'd be like really aggressive drum and bass, and everyone would be off their face. But then if you like look, because you're off face, you don't notice too much.
Yeah.
But if you like look in the corner,
you see
there'd be like people doing some really dodgy things in the corner, or like putting some weird stuff in them, or just like literally like
or
hookers.
like someone who looks
like
a bit
hookers, or like
when I went there was like a hooker,
or like
she was like she was like a kid, and I was there like I can't.
Like people are shagging, or like someone with just like a knife, like, and so you just be like, right, let's. But the thing is, you're so off your face, you didn't need to take any of these things in.
Yeah,
but if I went when I was sober, I'd be scared.
Yeah,
but when I was there,
when you sober,
when I was there, chat to everyone, I'd be like, mate, I love your trainers, man. Like off my face, like, oh yo, back then as well.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh nah, those E6, bro.
No, I mean back then,
E6
like,
jail light.
To get off it, you used to be like everyone was your best mate.
Yeah,
like, I love you, man.
I love you, bro.
Be like hugging, like random guy.
Oh, we should meet out. We should meet up.
We should meet up outside, like afterwards at like 6 p.m. Looking like fuck off, man.
Yeah.
Guys.
Oh, you're gross. Yeah, that was.
But you went to the one I'd never went to, which was classic because this is the one which, like, for some reason everyone spoke about for like the next.
Because it was like
years.
a hellhole. It was.
But they were all like that. But I think you lot, because lots was your first time, you just sort of like.
But everything I saw made me feel sick.
Tell us about some of these things you saw.
First thing I saw.
Talk to me about the experience. So you like.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but it was far away, wasn't it?
It was like it was in Beckton, which is like the furthest point from where we are.
Should be living west, getting on the DLR, you're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, it's like further than like Greenwich. It's like fucking far. And then like some things I saw, like, so one thing, this like woman who was on like loads of acid like crawled up to me on all fours and started like screaming at me. I was like, oh, I wasn't even like fucked yet. I was like, oh my god, no. Yeah. And
it's really a surreal place to be.
That woman, then I started like getting fucked, and that woman got into like a fight with this guy, and then these 2 security guards started stomping on his head. And I was there like, oh, fuck, where am I, man? And then this guy tried to mug me. And I was like, oh, God. And then there was like this girl who was like 14. Was like getting pimped out in this car. And I was like, oh.
In a car?
It was in like a van. It was fucking disgusting. And I was like,
what do you mean getting pimped out in a car?
Like she was there in like a dress and like heels. And then there was like these must have been pimps. Like, and I just saw like people go in with this girl to like this back of this truck where we were sitting. I was there like, oh fuck, and then I got nearly mugged again when we left. And
How
I was
did
like,
you get mugged?
this guy was like, and then like this guy threw a lit cigarette at my face while I was lying down trying to sleep on the floor, and he was
Why
like,
were you trying to sleep on the floor at rave?
I wasn't trying to sleep. I was too fucked to stand, kind of thing.
Oh, but you weren't trying to sleep, just lying down.
I was like, yeah, but I was like comfy on the floor, and then this guy just like
cigs.
out this cigs like ashed it on my face, like, come here with me, yeah, quick. I was like, oh, and then he like started kicking my feet, like, come. I was like, oh god. So I just gave him like my pack of cigs, like, just have these, and then he just walked. He was like 10.
What?
But,
you just gave him your cigs?
bro, I was so fucked. He started kicking me. He was like, come here, and it was like light. It was like 7 a.m. I was like, oh, and then I left, and then the bit that shook me was I looked in the mirror. When I got to the tube station, I didn't even recognise myself.
Really?
There was so much dirt on my face.
On your face.
Yeah, and I was like, ah! And then I never even nearly went to one again. I was like, fuck.
Didn't something weird when you came back as well? Didn't you go Gunnersby or something?
Yeah, when I saw this whole... Yeah. But that, yeah, so we went to the park because we couldn't stay at home. And we were in the park for like 24 hours afterwards. Like, we went to the park. We got home at like 10 a.m. Went to the park at like 12. With like we bought like a big like 12 pack of Cokes and like loads of Sainsbury's cookies, and we stayed in the park till the next morning.
Why?
Because we were too fucked to go home, and like
for 24 hours after.
And then like people came out that night to the park.
Well, to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Did I meet you guys that night?
Don't think so.
No,
There was only like
I don't
3 or
think
4
that's
people
about-
came, and then like when I walked home, I couldn't get in my house because I could see like horses in my driveway, and I couldn't get past them.
What?
I like got home. It was like the next night, and I was like, oh. I couldn't get past these like horses. So I was outside my house for like 10 minutes, and I just blinked, and they disappeared. I was like, fuck. And then I went in. It's mad.
What do you mean you couldn't get past them? What are you doing?
Because I didn't want to approach them because I was like, there's fucking huge horses in my driveway. Anyway, but yeah, fuck.
How did you nearly get mugged though?
This guy just tried to force me down this fuck. No, there was another guy. This guy was like 10, and then he's like,
Why do you think you are such a victim?
I don't think I'm a victim.
This stuff happens to you a lot.
It doesn't. It's only happened to me like twice, 3 times.
Like
in like 10 years.
You get in these situations where you need to like get away from, or like people come up to you.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. Maybe I'm just like I look a bit like a neek. I don't know.
Yeah, why do you think this is? I don't think you're like a neek.
I don't know. Maybe because I was wearing like jeans and like a Slipknot t-shirt to a rave, and they're probably like, this guy's a fucking sad cunt.
To be fair.
Instead of like a tracksuit.
Yeah, and that we were so young, and also when we first went, everyone else was all wearing like
Palace and like
all that stuff.
Bucket
that
hats.
was the thing. Everyone started wearing that. Like you come here with the big Palace bag. Like
But
before that, we didn't even know about any of these brands.
Yeah.
We just walked like
oh, a nice
H&M.
BOGO, bro.
No, we went there and like everyone started, but after that, I feel like everyone changed how they dressed.
Yeah.
Because of raves, I just think that was a thing.
Yeah, and the basement approved.
Basement approved.
This podcast is basement approved, mate.
Yeah.
Right, should we wrap it up?
Yeah,
it's been 45 minutes.
45 minutes of us, and we're gonna. Well, hopefully, we're gonna have a guest.
Gonna have a guest next week.
Who we're excited about. Otherwise,
if not, it's just us. It's us again.
And then the guest will come on at some point in the future.
Yeah.
We'll do a one-off. If they don't come on next week,
we'll do a one-off. Yeah, that's a good idea.
We'll just do with them.
Christmas special. I like that.
Christmas special.
Bro, we're doing a Christmas special.
We've got to do a Christmas special. We're also talking about maybe doing a charity podcast where we do a podcast for 24 hours. Yeah, we have
live.
Different guests come on. Like throughout the day, we have like maybe try and get like, I don't know, someone a bit some famous people on as well.
If it's a charity podcast.
But like if we just do it all day, I don't even know.
We'll have to set up like a live stream kind of thing.
Literally talk about everything.
We'll do
a live stream, then people can donate or whatever.
Yeah, we could do it on YouTube. I think you can do that way. People can donate.
Yeah.
That would be actually... Maybe not 24 hours.
No, I
maybe
think 24 hours, because that's just so ridiculous.
But then how are we gonna... Yeah. Yeah. I can do that.
No, because I guess lots of time we'll have like 2 guests on or whatever. But by the end of it, we'll be literally like, I'll be fucked. Like,
yeah. It'll be so probably quite boring to watch, but the first few hours will be decent.
Will it be boring?
Because we'll be getting drunk and shit, I assume.
I would have to get battered.
Yeah.
James will have to do a lot of filming.
Yeah. Now, if we're streaming it, we'll have to use like a webcam or something maybe, so it doesn't like... Do you know what I mean? Anyway, we can discuss... Well, I don't know why we're discussing this on the pod. Sorry.
I just clocked what we were doing there.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Peace.
Thank you.